All right, now introducing the third for the Rochester Murder Ball. Number 7, Daquan Russell. Number 0, George Graham. Number 12, Giovanni Brown. Number 11, Jason Hawks. And number 1, Zach Scott. Head coach by Andrew Duffy.
Welcome to Sports Complex in Buffalo, New York for another installment of ABA basketball. Today we have a matchup between the Rochester Royal Ballers and the Buffalo Extreme. This is their third time matching up this season, with Buffalo getting the best of Rochester in the first two. And right off the tip-off, quick action right to the rack for Buffalo. Early lead. DuBois on the fast break dunk. Quick mid-range at the other end. No good for Rochester. And here's DuBois ahead to Ivy the other way. Working the perimeter. Open three-point shot. Rims around. That's no good. Rebound fought for and corralled under the basket. No good. Tip back out to Ivy. Corner three. Up. Sal with the rebound. And he is fouled underneath. Sal coming in. Pierre Sal, 7-foot tall center. Just difficult to deal with under the basket. He's going to grab a lot of rebounds and a huge defensive anchor for this Buffalo team. Has a decent feel for the ball around the basket as well. And he drains both free throws. Rochester coming in 0-3 on the season, with two of those losses being to Buffalo. As to the line they go, Anderson. So Anderson will shoot two free throws here. Buffalo atop of their division right now at 6-0, hoping to keep that momentum rolling against a familiar foe that they have handled in the past. Their high-flying offense has been the fuel to their success so far. Ivy kicks it back out top of the key. Ball's moving around. Buffalo not settling. DuBois, and looks like a little too much passing around. Didn't quite have their eye on the shot clock. And that is a shot clock violation. So good defense there from Rochester. Rochester pulling the three. That's no good. Offensive rebound. In the corner. That shot's up and no good. Another offensive rebound. Three-point shot up, and that's no good. So a couple looks from deep there for Rochester, none able to go. And a careless pass there, intercepted, fast break, 2-on-1, right to the rack. Layup's no good. Great defense on the back end from DuBois, and here comes Ivy the other way. Ivy to Sal. And that's mishandled. Ball goes back the other way. Rochester with numbers. Towards the rim, easy layup up and in. That's Roderick Finley on the finish. We're all knotted up here at 4 early in the first quarter. Three-point shot up and good. Howard Washington. Howard Washington has been a great threat from beyond the arc this season for Buffalo, and tough finish on the baseline for Rochester, going right at the big man, Sal. No fear. And forcing a jump ball. Good defensive instincts there. And that will be Rochester basketball. So Twan Anderson getting involved in the action early here. Fearless on both ends. Rochester, good ball movement, swinging around, long three-pointers up and no good. But offensive rebound is corralled. Twan in it. Anderson with the ball. Feeds underneath, a couple nice passes, but unable to get anything going. And here's Buffalo on the fast break. DuBois to Ivy corrals a tough pass. They'll have to reset. Sao hands off to DuBois. That three-point shot is up and good. DuBois buries the triple. Great offensive action there. Twan Anderson back the other way, and he's fouled underneath. Going right at the body of Sao. Definitely is not afraid to get in there and get his hands dirty. Looks like the foul was called on the floor. So Rochester will inbound from under the basket. Quickly, three-point shot is up and good. Right out of the inbounds. Caught Buffalo napping there. Smooth shot. DuBois will try to respond with a long-range three of his own, and that's no good. Rebound is pulled down by Finley. Finley looking across half court, facing a little bit of pressure. Rochester, a little slip pass underneath. Free throw line jumper fadeaway is no good. And here's Washington with the rebound back the other way quickly, looking for some help, and turns it over. Quickly back the other way. Layup's good. Rochester converts on the sloppy pass. Ivy dribbles into traffic, and here's a 3-on-0 for Rochester. Layups up and in. Rochester streaking out early here on this break, leading 13-10. Ivy looks to respond. That's off back rim and no good. And here comes Rochester again. Little Euro through the lane. Nice pass underneath. And a tough finish. So Buffalo having a little bit of trouble getting into their offense here. DuBois pulls the three. That's no good, but the big man Sao on the rebound. Mid-range shot is up and good, just what Buffalo needed. Rodney Hawkins with a free throw line jumper, and a timeout is called. Rochester leading in the first quarter 15-12. We'll be right back after this on SFBN. Out of the timeout, here comes Rochester, leading by 3 here in the first quarter. Looking to work the low post. Mid-range shot is up and no good. That miss is corralled, and here comes DuBois back the other way. One thing we've seen from Buffalo is getting off to slow starts on the offense. And underneath, that shot is blocked. And we've got numbers going back the other way for Rochester, but unable to corral it. A good defense to slow him down there. Skip pass cross court. Nothing doing. Mid-range jump shot is up and no good. Not quite what they envisioned when they had numbers going the other way to settle for a mid-range jumper with time left on the clock, but Buffalo will take it. Ivy feeding long two is up and in, and that's pure. Rodney Hawkins feeling it. Foot inside the line, but those are 2 points. You will take it. Step back 3-point shot up and no good, but offensive rebound fought for underneath. Looks like they ruled the ball was off the top of the backboard, so basket is no good. So Buffalo trails by 1 here, just under 5 minutes in the first quarter. Long 3-pointer from Ivy, and that's off the back rim and no good. Rochester quickly ahead. Nice pass underneath, but intercepted. Had a right idea, saw the cutting man, and back the other way. Layup. No good. Rebound. Fought for foul underneath. Looks like Hawkins was not able to finish the layup in transition, but loose change scooped up by Fagan, and he will head to the line for 2. So Fagan, having his fair share of difficulties from the free throw line this season, is able to make 1 of 2. And almost intercepted before Rochester crossed half court. Was not able to save it. What would have been a bonus point opportunity for Buffalo. But Rochester lucky to hang on there. And good defensive effort there. And the ball looks like it's going the other way. Looks like Jones disrupted that pass, and it was out on Rochester, so good defensive effort there. As we are all knotted up. Jones, shifty scorer off the bench. Into the game now. Ivy pulls an off-balance mid-range shot. That's no good. Rebound fought for under the basket. It will stay on this side of the court with Buffalo. Ivy to inbound. Washington feeds Jones. Ivy, pump fake, looking for some help. Skips cross court. Fagan into the lane. Tough layup at the end of the shot clock goes. Nice finish from Fagan. Three-point in transition is no good, and here comes Washington back the other way. Ahead to Fagan, right at the defender, and blocking foul is called. Shot's no good, but Fagan will go to the line. Rochester arguing that it should have been a charge. Hard to tell from here if his feet were set. But good effort nonetheless. Unfortunately, some of those are going to go one way or the other. As Fagan completes the three-point play. Buffalo putting some pressure on the backcourt. Only one man under the basket. Mid-range shot up and no good. That's probably what they were looking for Demery to take that mid-range shot with only one man under the basket. So good defensive possession there for Buffalo, and they're back the other way and quickly have turned this deficit into a lead. Mid-range shot off the inbounds is pure. Rodney Hawkins getting it done. High pass, barely kept in bounds. Probing into the lane, little 360 layup. Wow, that was a bit out of control and no good. Buffalo back the other way. 3-point shot in transition is good. Bullseye, Howard Washington. Buffalo extends their lead to 10 here with just under 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter, and Rochester will call a timeout. We will be right back after this. Out of the timeout. And that ball is intercepted just across half court and back the other way. Slam dunk! Rodney Hawkins with the one-handed jam off the steal. So quite a run this has been for Buffalo, just completely swinging the momentum in their favor. At one point trailing 15-12, have gone on a 15-0 run. That's this Buffalo offense for you. They can just light up out of nowhere, and it really starts a lot with their effort on the defensive end and getting out in transition, finding a lot of those easy looks for themselves. It becomes an uphill battle once they really get rolling on you. And force you into tough shots just like that. A contested fadeaway mid-range, that's no good. And Washington pulls in transition. That's no good. Opportunity here for Rochester on the fast break. Coughed up. Washington. Nice pass across. Layup is good. What a find from Washington to Jones. Streaking on the cut. And another timeout is called. Rochester looking for answers to put an end to this 14-0 run here in the first quarter. We will be right back. Rochester back out of the timeout here, looking for some answers. What looked like a good start for them has turned in the other direction. They just need to get a couple easy baskets here to get back on track. That 3-point shot is up, off rim, no good. Washington with the ball, always a threat to shoot. Shooting 41% from beyond the arc coming into tonight. As they leave Jones wide open in the corner, and he buries it. Jones with that instant spark of offense off the bench, and that is what he is delivering here. On the other end, that 3-point shot's no good. Buffalo just pouring it on here. 3-point shot up and buries it again. Howard Washington, as Buffalo extends the lead to 20 here in the first quarter. We were talking about a slow start. All of a sudden, the floodgates have opened. Rochester looking for anything, and that's an air ball. Jones back the other way. Jones weaving in the lane. Mid-range shot up and good. 25-0 run. Buffalo. Unbelievable. And another turnover. Things are going from bad to worse. Rodney Hawkins on the other end. Finishing off the turnover, and you can see the body language here. Rochester trying to figure out what in the world just happened, as finally looks like they'll go to the line here on the shooting foul, looking to put an end to this run. My goodness. Tell you what, once Buffalo gets rolling, they are hard to stop, and finally putting an end to this run with that free throw shot. Roderick Finley only able to convert 1 out of 2. So a 27-0 run halted there by the free throw out of nowhere here in the first quarter. We go to break for a timeout. Buffalo leading 39-16.
I've lost to him multiple times already. Who you play for? Nichols. Nice. Oh yeah, because he's timing, right? So, Coach Matt? Nice. My son had on the St. Joe shirt. He's like, oh, take that off. We don't wear that over here. Because I practiced. He didn't have any white t-shirts. That's what they say on paper. On paper. Well, do y'all have camps in the summer? That's where he got the shirt. Yeah. They do? We're starting up more camps now. Okay, for like outside kids? Yeah. Okay. So that's where he gets the stuff from, is from the camp.
So with the shot clock unplugged here, Buffalo looks like they will hold for the last shot, looking to build on what has been an impressive first quarter, but they throw the ball away, and here comes Rochester the other way. And whistle on the other end. Ball is out of bounds. And Rochester, good defensive effort there on that possession, and they will shoot 2 free throws instead of Buffalo holding for the last shot. First one is up and in. That is Hamlin on the free throw. Hamlin goes 1 for 2, and Buffalo's got 4 seconds to go back the other way. Quickly, Jones pulls in transition. That's no good. Doesn't get anything. But an impressive first quarter for the Buffalo Extreme as they lead it 39-17 after 1. We will be right back here on SFBN. So DuBois coming off the screen, little floater off the rim, but rebound is put back up and in. I believe Golda on the miss. And Rochester back the other way. Three-pointer goes. Or they're saying it was a... Yes, that was a three-pointer. So Ivy back to work. Looking for some help. A little bad idea on that pass there. And Rochester picks it off and will pull a three-pointer in transition, and that goes. So a little momentum here for Rochester. Two quick triples. And they've cut their deficit to under 20. Ivy into the lane. And loses the ball. And back the other way it goes. Almost a nice move there. Couldn't quite hold on to the ball, but Buffalo will corral the miss. Looked like he had a crossover going. It slipped out of his hands. Ball went to the corner, and he put the shot up. Kind of bailed him out of a turnover. But DuBois slithers into the lane, and a putback there. Looks like Ivy wants credit for it, and we'll give it to him. So Ivy underneath. The point guard with a little tip in among the trees. And nice feed underneath. Rochester, good ball movement, able to get an easy layup. Ivy passes off to the corner. Thinking about it. Golda dribbles into some trouble. Has to dive for it. On top of the ball. Whistle blows. And looks like a timeout was called before jump ball. So Buffalo will maintain possession right after this break. So heads up effort from Buffalo to quickly call the timeout, sensing trouble on the floor. They will keep possession as DuBois will look to inbound. And DuBois goes right to Golda. Golda looking for some help. Into the lane, bad pass, turnover. Rochester comes back the other way. Rochester has been turning up the effort on defense lately, and that's what they're going to need to get back into this game. Skip pass cross court, find some open space. Another skip pass. 3-point shot from the corner is up and no good. Sal pulls in the miss, and here comes Ivy the other way. Ivy sizing up the court. Action being run. Ivy floater in the lane is good. As looks like a little tangle up on the other end, and Buffalo's shorthanded back on defense. Rochester's got numbers, and all they could really do there is force the foul shot. Not sure if there's a injury on the other end, but that could have been a lot worse for Buffalo. Rochester had a two-man advantage going the other way. Buffalo will certainly make them earn it the hard way instead of an easy layup. as the first one goes, and we see Sao checking out of the game as well as Golda. So the two guys who are a little tangled up on that play are in the game. We'll have to be keeping an eye on that. And Rochester converts both, so nothing missing there. Able to convert 2 points in transition off the odd man break. Washington always a threat to shoot. 3-point shot is up, no good. Rebound fought for underneath. Tough grab there in the trees, but picked his pockets and back the other way. Layup on the other end is good. That's Giovanni Brown streaking on the break. Ivy puts his head down. Between the legs dribble, finds DuBois, who gets in the lane. Mid-range shot up and no good. But rebound fought for. Back to DuBois again. Tough finish. Tough finish there from DuBois. Great effort on the glass from Hawkins. Rochester corner 3-point shot up and no good. Been struggling from downtown tonight. Skipping cross court. Mid-range shot off back rim and no good. Rebound Rochester. That's Finley. So Scoot Jeffries to Hamlin. Hamlin looking for some help. And great effort there from Finley to corral a tough pass and finish in traffic, and Rochester converts 2 points on the other end. Feed underneath, and a foul is called. Looks like he had his hands wrapped around his waist like a prom photo, and the refs are going to call that one every time. And into the lane, tough finish. Ivy. So slithery in the lane, just tough to get a hand on him. And layup on the other end. Rochester quickly back, responding. Scoot Jeffries lays in the 2. Ivy off the screen, slows it down, looking for some help. Find some open space in the corner to operate. Long 2 is no good, but the rebound is put back up and in. Marcus Fagan cleaning up the miss. And 3-point shot on the other end. Rochester, Rodney Johnson buries the triple. So scoring pace picking up here. And speaking of which, here comes Jones. So shifty. Gets right in the lane, shakes a defender out of his boots, and lays in the 2. Aaron Jones, that instant offense off the bench, that's what he's going to give you every time. Just a pure bucket getter. And foul is called. Looks like Jeffries with his hands on his knees there. Took a hard hit. And he will earn that trip to the free throw line for sure. So Jeffries, unbothered. Not sure where he took the collision there, but certainly a bit shaken up. No matter to him. Sinks the first free throw, and he'll sink them both. Washington into the lane. Bullies his way to the cup and puts in 2. Making it look easy right now. Little crossover move shifting. Nice move to give himself some space, but unfortunately, shot's no good. And Buffalo quickly back the other way. DuBois pulls a triple. That's no good. Long rebound goes to Jones. Let's see what he does. Oh, my goodness. A lot of motion on that, and misses put back up and in by Fagan. Jones almost with a crazy layup there. Just can't quite get it to roll in, but his teammate Fagan there to collect the miss. And a little out of control there. Shot is up and no good. That's Holt. A little off balance, and Buffalo will look to come the other way. Spin move, nice feed underneath DuBois. Reverse layup, rolls around and is in. Nice action on offense there. Ivy setting up a nice pass. And into the lane, drawing the foul with that quick first step is Rodney Johnson. Can't get the shot to go, but he will go to the line and shoot two. And we have a timeout on the floor with Buffalo leading 59-37. We'll be right back on SFBN after this. So out of the timeout here, Rochester still kind of recovering from that 27-0 run we had from Buffalo in the first quarter. It's been kind of neck and neck ever since. Rochester slowly trying to climb their way back into this one, but definitely a tall task and just trying to hold off the next run. As Buffalo has been sticking with the starters a lot of minutes here. And DuBois, looks like he almost double dribbled there, but kept his dribble alive, and Washington pulls the trigger. That's no good, but a putback is up and in. Flying in for the miss. Marcus Fagan cleaning up a lot of people's messes this afternoon. Triple the other way, no good. Rebound to Fagan. Washington will look for some space to operate. He pulls the triple. That rims out. But offensive rebound. Golda. Good to see him back in the game. Unfortunately, can't put back the miss, and a 3-on-2 the other way. Rochester pulls the triple. That's off back rim and no good. Nice outlet pass ahead to Ivy, spinning into the lane. Tough layup. Rolls around. Golda skies in for the rebound. And foul is called underneath the basket. So good effort there from Golda on the offensive glass. And Buffalo will be shooting 2 free throws. So Golda was tangled up a little earlier, giving Rochester a 5-on-3 on the other end. Unfortunately, unable to capitalize on either of those free throws. And here comes Rochester, a little Euro step. Foul called on the floor. Looks like a tough move there from Johnson. So good to see Golda back in the game. And looks like Sao is going to the scorer's table as well. So everyone is good. Looks like we are not seeing John Park on the bench. And stolen by Ivy! Right to the rim. Layup is in. Ivy converts on the steal. Quickly going the other way. Rochester a little out of control there and loses the ball. As Ivy gives a high five to a fan sitting courtside. Love interacting with the fans. Pardon me, it will be Rochester ball. Looks like it was last touched by Buffalo. So long triple is up and in. Putting his hands up. All net. Wants to call his own number on defense. Stepping up to Ivy. Ivy dribble moves, takes him to the cup and scores. So that's Scoot Jeffries on the assignment. He working against Ivy this evening. Finds a three-point shot in the corner. That's no good. So Ivy going head-to-head with Jeffries is a matchup to watch here. And ball was last touched, looks like, by Giovanni Brown. So Buffalo will maintain possession under the basket. And a quick feed underneath. Hawkins puts it in. Great positioning there to seal out the defender under the basket and put up an easy two. Buffalo extending their lead now to 25 here. Just about 2 minutes left in the first half, and a turnover from Rochester. And Ivy loses control of the ball. Oh, a little collision there. Hopefully everyone's all right. Ivy helped up by his teammates as well as Giovanni Brown. Looks like they're both all right on that play. So a little out of control there for Buffalo. And over. And here comes Rochester looking to cut into this 25-point deficit. Tough layup is up and in for Twan Anderson. So Anderson and Jeffries doing a lot of the heavy lifting here, getting something going on offense. Definitely the size matchup is disturbing Rochester. These big men on the other end. And Rodney Hawkins, another prime example with the putback. Rochester just seemingly struggling to match up with some of these big guys on Buffalo's team, just bullying them under the basket, getting rebounds and fighting for positioning, which has been a big story of today's game so far. As Washington drives to the cup, he is fouled. So Washington will be shooting 2 free throws. And misses the first. Washington has been great for this Buffalo team on offense this year. Huge source of their offense, specifically beyond the arc, shooting the ball at an excellent clip from deep. And a feed inside, that's intercepted. So you see these big men not even wanting to go up to the rim because just the presence of guys like Sao and Hawkins and Golda is just, they kick it back out and it creates a lot of problems. So great defense has been a story of the game for Buffalo. And if they continue to put pressure and keep Rochester away from the rim, it's going to be a long uphill battle, shooting mid-ranges and three-pointers to try to get back in this one. So with just under 30 seconds left in the half, layup quickly to the rim, no good. Reverse layup, a little contested, tough look, and Jones looking for a teammate. Washington with 15 seconds looking to dribble it out. Pressure on Ivy. Here he comes downhill. He's got two men on his back. And layup's no good. Off the bottom of the rim. 5 seconds for Rochester to respond. They've got numbers going the other way. Long three-pointers, no good. And a rebound opportunity, but not able to go up in time. So we get to the end of the first half here. Buffalo puts up 70 points as they lead it by 26. The score, Buffalo 70, Rochester 44 at the end of the first half, and we will be right back after halftime.
It's halftime. Go! did. I seen him. I was like, yeah, Nico. He's the only one who knows me. Little John knows you. But he barely got the ball either. Y'all gotta learn how to pass the ball, man.
So returning here for second half action here at XGen Elite Sports Complex. If you're just joining us, Rochester with the ball in purple is trailing Buffalo 44-70 after the first half. Buffalo had an impressive 27-0 run in the first quarter and hasn't really looked back since. Taking his time and sizing up the three, that's all air. He's going to want that one back. That is Finley on the miss. Set his feet and everything. And a nice pass on the cutting. Washington finds a teammate underneath for an easy two. Good ball movement there from Buffalo to find Hawkins. Slipping off the screen. 3-point shot is up and off front rim. And with the ball now, kicking ahead and throwing it out of bounds was Washington. Trying to find Ivy, so opportunity wasted there for Buffalo. Ball swung around here by Rochester. Good ball movement. They find a mid-range shot is up and in. Finley on the make. And Rochester's going to need a few of those mid-range shots to go because it has been tough sledding getting to the rim for their guards and their big men. Feeding Hawkins to DuBois on the three. That's no good. But Fagan skies for the rebound among the trees, pulls it down. Unfortunately, not able to convert, but good effort nonetheless to come down with that ball. And three-pointer on the other end for Rochester does not go. Here is DuBois. DuBois skipping into the lane, backing down his defender, spinning, looking for help. Ivy turns around, pulls a mid-range shot, wants the foul, will not get it, and a foul is called on the floor under the basket. So Ivy wanted the foul. He's talking to the ref about his landing space, presumably. But what's past is done, and can't get that to change. He may have a point. Hard to say. And a technical foul has been assessed. Not sure who received the tech. Looks like it's against Buffalo. Not sure if that had anything to do with Ivy arguing with the ref. Didn't really look like he was giving him that much of a hard time, but shooting the technical free throw at the other end. So converting two technical free throws. And inbounding We have Washington at the top of the key. Getting some pressure on defense. Washington pulls a triple in the face of a taller defender in Finley, and that's no good off the front rim. And some pressure. And it looks like a turnover in the backcourt, so the lamp is lit for Buffalo. Their next shot will be awarded an extra point, and Ivy wasting no time getting in the lane. Foul is called. And it looks like it will be on the floor, so Buffalo still with the lamp lit. Bonus point is active. I want to get a good look here. Shirley. DuBois. Open three-point shot corner. Washington, and that's good. That's 4 points. That's exactly what you're looking for if you're Buffalo, and a good way to erase that technical foul and extend their lead. And that ball is tipped, and here comes DuBois back the other way, and whistle about half court. So fouled in transition. DuBois was steaming ahead. And Rochester able to draw the fouls. He didn't quite have a fast break, but they did have numbers, so a smart foul there. And Ivy calmly pulling a long-range three, and that's no good. Sizing up the defense here. Rochester swinging the ball around. Three-point shot is up and no good. And here's DuBois. Washington again from the corner. 2-0 Washington starting to heat up here in the second half. Cannot leave him open in the corner, that's for sure. He will make you pay. Bit of a zone look here from Buffalo. And almost able to intercept that pass. Another ball, and that is intercepted. And here comes Ivy back the other way. Ivy looking for some help. Kicking out to the same corner. DuBois, and he buries the triple. 3 long-range shots in a row go for Buffalo as they are pouring it on here in the second half. Coming out hot. Looking to respond on the other end. That's no good. Washington pulls in the rebound. Washington with a hot hand. Nice pass underneath on the baseline. Skips to the corner. DuBois for 3. It's no good. Good action there, and unfortunately, nothing to show for it. Step back triple from the corner is no good. Nobody from Rochester underneath it corral the miss, and ahead to Washington. He's got one man on him. Off the screen. Triple is up and no good. The pace has shifted a bit here with the game starting to get out of hand. Rochester a little more lax on defense. And the alley-oop! Marcus Fagan finishing off the lob from Ivy in transition, and Buffalo pulls ahead 84-49. We will be right back here on SFBN.
Stop touching people. You don't even know him.
So out of the timeout. Rochester. 3-point shot from the corner is no good, and Fagan pulls down the rebound. Great rebounding this evening from Buffalo. Just even their smaller guys just skying up to rebound, and you can see this size difference is playing a huge role in a 3-on-1 fast break behind the back dribble. Nice finish there. Rochester quick points in transition for Giovanni Brown. Smooth finish. Du Bois kicks to the corner. Here comes Jones. A little mid-range runner is no good, but the putback. Golda cleaning up the miss. Nice touch. Finley backing it out to the corner. Wide open 3-point shot. And those just have not been falling for Rochester this evening. And that's a big reason why they're down 35 points. And Ivy with a little no-look feed to Du Bois. Back to Ivy, having fun with it. Free throw line jumper, fadeaway, no good. And Golda on the miss again. Great work underneath by Golda on the offensive glass. And Rochester really got to start getting some of those rebounds. And driving baseline, dunking, Finley. Happened so quickly. What a first step there from Finley, blowing past the defender. Du Bois along two. That's no good. And here's the rebound. Oh, and it's turned over, and the lamp is on for Buffalo. So this next shot is worth another bonus point. And spinning, falling in the lane, and travel is called on Ivy. So a little eager there to get points with the lamp lit. Unfortunately, unable to convert on that opportunity. Good defense there from Rochester, holding strong. Those corner threes just not going for Rochester at all, but the putback from Hamlin is good. And Ivy doing a little showboating himself behind the head. Inbounds, feeding to Jones. Jones. Unfortunately, that pass is turned over. And back the other way. Layup is up and in for Giovanni Brown. So Rochester trying to chip away. Good defense, bad pass. Here they come. Definitely going to need some triples to start falling. Into the lane, nice feed, and that is denied by Golda. Do not go in there. Soaring out of nowhere with the rejection, Alex Golda. And had a cutter under the basket, did not see him. But we'll get the two one way or the other as Finley converts on the step back mid-range. Du Bois. Bit of a quiet evening for Du Bois. Not what we're used to seeing, as Golda with a little spin move. Can't quite get it to go, but Fagan on the miss. Puts it back in, and Fagan has been very active on the glass today. And a step back triple is good. Giovanni Brown. Pretty move. Du Bois off the first step, right to the cup. and is fouled. So Du Bois will go to the line and shoot 2 free throws. So Du Bois converts both at the line. And Buffalo extending their lead back to 30. Triple on the other end, quickly pulled is no good. And quite a big deficit. Golda cutting in the lane. Nice speed and nice finish. Golda getting a fair share of offensive action today. We saw Sal leave the game earlier. Looked like he got a little tangled up. Not sure if it's just a precaution, but Buffalo, a few big men down. So Golda getting some extended run today, and he's definitely playing the part as Giovanni Brown heating up here, walking into another step back triple. He's starting to feel it. And miss underneath, and here comes Rochester. Got to be looking for Giovanni Brown here. But layup on the other end is good. Right to the rack, Jamel Demery. And looks like we will call a timeout on the floor. Pardon me. Just some substitutions being made quickly. So no timeout, and here comes Jones. Jones, long two, buries it, all net. Jones, it's a lot of elevation on that jump shot. And Rochester swinging the ball around. A long two on the other end, contested. That's no good. Buffalo still working this zone defense has been pretty effective for them today, and not able to pay for it. Not able to make them pay is Rochester, as Buffalo converts at the other end. Rochester just unable to bury the triples to make them pay for this zone defense, and that's a problem. And another turnover. And Jones the other way, skies in and lays in the 2. As Buffalo reaches 100 points here before the end of the third quarter. Quite the output. Head down, driving into the lane. Floater is good. That's Jamel Demery. And Du Bois, while everyone's not really paying attention, races down the court for the 2. Shot is not off before the buzzer. So we finish after 3 quarters here in Buffalo with the Buffalo Extreme leading it 102-69. We'll be right back for fourth quarter action on SFBN after this. So starting here in the fourth quarter, DuBois with a couple spin moves, looked for some spin of the ball off the backboard, but unable to convert is on the putback. Not sure if they ruled the Buster did not establish possession going the other way, so the lamp was not lit. That is a standard 2-point shot for Ivy. And a little out of control here as Jones almost goes way up for that steal. Certainly has some hops. And mid-range look is good. And pass way into the corner. Back out, skip pass. Buffalo moving the ball around well, and Jones crashing into the cup is no good, but fought for the rebound is Hawkins, and he'll put up a wild shot that's no good. Ferocious effort on the glass from Buffalo, and whoa, nice little behind-the-back dribble to lose Jones, and three-point shot is up and in for Scoot Jeffries. And intercepted off the inbounds, but not able to quite haul it in. And Washington will pull at the other end, and Washington hits his third triple in a row. Washington from beyond the arc this season has been fantastic. You cannot leave him open. You can't give him space. That three-pointer is no good. So Ivy, the point guard, looking to settle down. Washington's got a man on him way out beyond the arc. They're looking to feed him again. He's looking for some space, and he'll pull a contested look, and it goes! Oh, my! Heat check for Washington! He cannot be stopped! Does not matter. And ahead is Ivy ahead of the pack, and he'll lay in the easy two. Man, it is tough to slow down some of these shooters. And ball will be going back to Buffalo. Substitution being made for Rochester. Washington again quickly pulls, and oh my. Had to heat check there. Turns out he is human, folks. And wide open three from the corner. And maybe that's why he was so open, because that caught all air. So Hamlin at the line makes the first. Hamlin catches both. And Buffalo wasting no time. Ivy pulls in transition. He's feeling it. And the threes are raining here in Buffalo. That isn't snow. It's a whole lot of rain. Bringing it down. And Jones from the corner joins the party. How do you stop him? You can't. Well, this game going a lot differently than how the previous two matchups have gone between these two teams. We saw a bit lower scoring. And that three-point shot is no good. And ahead to Jones. Jones pulls it out. Another three-pointer is up, and that's no good. But the tip-in from DuBois. Rochester wanted a goaltend. They will not get it. And off the glass. Oh, my. Went for a highlight reel dunk, and now we're just having fun with it. And here comes DuBois stumbling into the lane, kicking out to Ivy. Ivy misses the three-pointer. And Ivy pokes it free, and they've got a 3-on-1, and here's Washington. Up for Jones, and no good. But Washington collects, and that's no good from the corner. Oh, my. Jones with almost a great highlight dunk, unable to convert, and well, no one from Rochester coming back in to play defense as this game is really out of hand. The score is 120-76 with just under 5 minutes remaining in this one. We'll be right back after this.
Take it from him, Cam. Take it from him. He's playing football.
And jump step into the lane looks like is whistled. Looks like Rochester will maintain possession, however. So Rochester buries the triple, and Scoot Jeffries having himself a pretty decent evening on the offense. DuBois' pass is tipped, but corralled by who else than Fagan, but Fagan throws it away. So looking for something for the stat sheet here in the final 4 minutes as this game is out of reach. A lot of the starters in for Buffalo because they are a bit depleted. But does not seem to be bothering them this evening as they are putting up a great showing. And Scoot Jeffries really heating up here. There he's 2 triples in a row. And Ivy looks to respond. And Ivy puts it in himself and probably could have got another at the free throw line. But Ivy showing off the range as they go back and forth here. Ivy and Jeffries back and forth. And that one's no good. So here comes Jones. Jones, shifty. And throws it away. On the fast break, leaking out is Giovanni Brown. Rolls in the deuce. And under the basket. Shot is up and no good. Rochester breaks the press. Shot from the free throw line is no good. So on the season, Buffalo will extend their record to 7-0 with a couple of blowouts under their belt. So really putting a firm hold on this lead in the division they have. And Rochester will fall to 0-4. So still looking for their first win of the season. But 3 of those 4 losses coming to Buffalo. So maybe some better fortune coming in their future, as obviously Buffalo has their number. Buffalo, just a very well-rounded team. You look, they have shooting, playmaking, great defense, and A lot of strength from their big men underneath. Great defensive anchors, rebounding. They really have a fair share of a lot of what you look for in a basketball team. Really, it's just the slow starts for Buffalo, which I guess is fine if you end up blowing out the team anyway. But depending on some of the competition they may face, you would hope as a Buffalo fan that they don't bury themselves in too much of a hole early. As the clock continues to run here. So Buffalo looking to salt this one away. Crossing half court, Rochester still giving effort, and Jones, my goodness. Jones been going for it all this evening with no fear. That would have been special. So with the remaining time, inbounds to Du Bois and unable to convert the alley-oop dunk. So lacking a few style points, Buffalo with an impressive showing this evening. And Ivy pulls a long shot. Du Bois from the corner. And that will wrap things up here. The clock runs out, and Buffalo Extreme running away with this one. What started in the first quarter with a 27-0 run. Ran away with this, never looked back, with a final score of 128-90. I'd like to thank you all for joining us here for some ABA action. I'd like to thank my producer, Ryan Chabinski. For everyone at SFBN and all the viewers here for ABA basketball, thank you very much and have a great rest of your evening.